All right. So today we are talking glitches in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. Games that are often held back by the content that you are not allowed to access in them. Like if you want the only shiny huntable Deoxys, you need to get the ticket for Birth Island in either Fire Red, Leaf Green, or Emerald. If you want to get the only Gen 3 shiny huntable Lugia and Ho-Oh, you can't go to XD and Coliseum for those. You got to unlock them in either Fire Red and Leaf Green or Emerald via Naval Rock. But those things are gated. You had to be around in the year 2002 to get those. It is no longer 2002, but you can get those. You can get those things here with probably the coolest glitch of all time. And this is going to be a nice little comfy walkthrough from a brand new save file on how to set up these glitches, unlock everything, and as a bonus, that's right, this is a bonus. We're not just gonna unlock those two events that everybody has good reasons for wanting to do, because, I mean, Shiny Deoxys is cool, and once home closes to bank access, you can't get a Shiny Deoxys via anything but like Pokemon Go anymore, and that's cringe. But as a bonus, we're also going to fix a lot of the problems that I have with Fire Red and Leaf Green, and those problems are restricting trading to Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald until you've completely cleared the game, including all of the optional post-game stuff, the Sevi Islands, all of that. And so we're gonna bypass all that. I think one of the big flaws in Fire Red and Leaf Green when you compare them to Red and Blue is Red and Blue have this like profound sense of freedom that you get as soon as you basically get through the rock tunnel. Like the game is pretty linear up until the rock tunnel, but after you get through there, everything kind of opens up to you. You can do the gyms in like really any order past that point. You could go all the way to Fuchsia and fight Koga. You can go get Surf, and then you can go do Blaine, and then you can come back and do Erica and and Sabrina if you wanted. You know, it's very non-linear in that way. And obviously because this game is based on Red and Blue, that still exists. But this is a post-Johto, post-Hoenn world, and yet you are sort of railroaded into this like fake version of Gen 1 where you can't get Crobat, you can't get Blissey, you can't get any of those Johto Pokemon that evolve from Kanto Pokemon until after you've gotten the National Dex. That is also a big issue. But we can fix that. We can unlock the National Dex, unlock Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald trading surprisingly early, and we can even open up the Sevi Islands to their full post-game potential basically after Rock Tunnel using glitches. So I'm going to grab Squirtman here. He's the best guy for beating the game quickly. You don't need to start from a fresh game, but for reasons that will become clear, being on a fresh game is pretty cool. This guy is going to be named Cool just because. But the setup is pretty bog standard. If you watched the recent video that I did on Fire Red and Leaf Green glitches, I covered this new Arbitrary Code Execution setup that uses Mr. Mime, and I tried to do it in sort of a speed run fashion to try and get a 6 IV shiny starter as fast as possible. And this setup is a version of that, but I'm actually going to be using the trade Nidorino and Nidorina, depending on whether you're in Fire Red or Leaf Green. It works on either one. There's a trade Nidorino or Nidorina that can be used instead of Mr. Mime, which lets you separate out leveling up Mr. Mime to the point that he learns Recycle at level 33, and EV training him, which was really an annoying thing because we were using Mr. Mime to activate the mail glitch, but at the same time we were also corrupting him into 0351, which is the glitch Pokemon that lets us activate ace codes. So by using Nidoran or Nidorino or Nidorina, I guess as it were, you can just level up Mr. Mime. You can not give a crap about his EVs and just use him for Recycle, and then you have Farfetch'd for Knockoff, and then this Nidorino becomes your glitch Pokemon permanently, and not many people really care about the trade Nidorino, so I think this is a nice easy entry point, and it's also a lot comfier. Like there's no extreme weirdness that you have to go through. This is going to be step-by-step guide. We're going to cover this in due time. But for the first part, we just need to blast through the beginning of the game. As you can see, I've just been going through. I didn't pay any mention to my Squirtle's nature or anything. We can look, but realistically, like you're just playing through Kanto. He's bold. That's perfectly good. You know, that's a-okay by me. And so we're just going to keep plowing through the game. Homegirl here is going to say some stuff. All right, so this part of the game is nothing interesting is really going to happen here up until after we fight Brock. And so I'm just going to blast through this portion of the game and then retouch up with you once I get to Brock. All right, so we just pulled up to Brock's gym, and we've used a little bit of speedrunner technology to make this fight super duper easy. Because Squirtle has Torrent you can start the fight with your Squirtle having less than 33% of his HP. It's really easy to set this up with like poison. You like intentionally get poisoned by a Weedle in Viridian Forest, and then you can come in here at like level 10. I think I was level 10 when I walked into the gym. I hit level 12 off of the one trainer, and then it was, I mean, this is just not even fair. I mean, Brock gets absolutely, oh, never mind, I missed the bubble. Oh no, he missed a move. GG. I'm so used to missing moves in competitive that as soon as I see a Squirtle miss a move, it's like, oh. And this is actually a great chance for me to promote to you our new battling channel, No Bottle Caps. If you want to see me and I'm a Blissey engage in competitive in old gens, both on Showdown and using our actual cartridges, please throw us a subscription. Go watch some of the videos. It's great stuff. All right, so we've beaten Brock and we learned Water Gun, which is great. Just to make things a little more quick and painless, I like to stop here and grab some repels, just because I think like 6 repels is enough to get through Mount Moon without any trouble. I'll grab 2 more potions, maybe a Paralyze Heal, just in case. And then we'll grab like 5 more Pokeballs. Even though we're not gonna be doing a ton of catching, we do have to catch a Nidoran in this next section so that we can exchange it for Nidorino later. All right, so this grass right here is where you would catch your Nidoran. Unfortunately, we've run into Pidgey as our first encounter. I just evolved into Wartortle, which is nice. And in Fire Red, you're going to want a Nidoran male. In Leaf Green, you're going to want a Nidoran female. The more common one is the one that you need for your version, which is actually kind of nice. We're getting forced here by getting Spearows and Pidgeys, but eventually... Ah, there is our target. Now, will Tackle kill? Let's find out. It's probably going to kill. Nope, good. The bold nature actually coming through for us there. Hit him with a good old Pokeball, and there we go. Nidoran has been captured. That is our first thing off the to-do list. And now that we're at the Pokemon Center outside Mount Moon, we want to go grab the Magikarp right here. I promise this is important. You do need him. Do not skip this man. All right, the name of the game in Mount Moon is Minimum Contact. So we are using our first repel. I think 6 is enough to get through here. We want to avoid every trainer we can, but we also want to grab stuff that'll help us do things a little faster, like, oh, we want that rare candy right over here. There's the rare candy. We use one of our repels, but it's worth it. It's worth it for one extra or one less grinding level later on. Now we can make our way through the rest of this place. We want to dodge her. Dodge this fellow. Dummy. Dodge this guy. Wait for him to turn. Okay, we turn. We open a menu. Close it. And we go. Oh my god. I don't know what I did wrong. I thought that's how it worked. I guess we're fighting this guy. All right, we made it through Mount Moon, more or less. We're going to grab the Helix fossil. Praise Helix. My guy actually got poisoned, but I don't have any antidotes, so we're just going to have to deal with that. Oh, wait, we get one right here, don't we? Yes, sir. Not that it really matters. I don't think we have any more fights here, but might as well de-poison our guy. Now, once we get outside, very important we head over to these 2 karate fellows right here. And we grab Mega Kick, and we're going to teach that to our Wartortle. Gives them really good coverage. We can get rid of Withdraw. Might as well just clean it up. I think I need a little more EXP before I can beat Misty. Water Gun. Wow, nice little crit. Cool. Being very cool. I'll head into town. I'm going to heal up real quick. I'm going to go grab the second rare candy. It's right up here behind this house. We're going to head into the Cerulean Gym. Try Misty. Might be a mistake, but here we go. This is where a big miss with a Mega Kick would really stink. And bite 3. Starmie is done. All right. Level 20. Misty, easy clear. GG. We're actually going to instantly use Misty's TM that she gives us for Water Pulse because it's stronger than Bubble and Water Gun. And we do have to go fight Gary here. Blue, Rival, whatever you want to call him. And he can be a little tough, so we need the extra damage. All right, it's Rival fight time. I have been rolled by this idiot in the past, but I don't think we'll have a problem. I think I came for Pidgeotto is annoying. I will admit. Water Pulse. Cleans. No, we do not change. Do as we pull the bite. Hope for a flinch. And then Mega Kick. Destroyed. Oh, no. All right, we got poison. That's chill. Does he heal here? No, he's not. Hit the bite. All right, so we beat the Rival. I'm actually going to heal up before... Oh, wait, we have to go through this cheese. Gotta wait for him to give me the most useless item of all time, the Fame Checker. We're going to go heal up real quick before I take on Nugget Bridge because I actually want to gain Nidoran some experience here. Now, getting some experience here on Nidoran can be a little slow and grindy, but it really helps if you want to be able to take out Lieutenant Surge and be able to use Fly as soon as you get to Celadon City. It's not strictly required. If you were trying to go as fast as possible, you could just go straight to Celadon without beating Lieutenant Surge and getting Fly. But I mean, it just adds a lot of convenience to the game later on. And you also need to evolve Nidoran into Nidorina or Nidorino eventually. So, you know, you have to fight these 5 guys on Nugget Bridge. You can easily switch train with your lead and get decent experience like I'm doing here. And that'll make it that much easier. You know, it's just less wasted time because Wartortle is strong enough. And look at that. We've gotten done with Nugget Bridge and our Nidoran is level 14. Super worth it, honestly, to switch train through there. That's almost enough XP to get it all the way to 16. And we have a couple more mandatory trainers up here. And by the skin of our teeth, Nidorina pulls out against Hiker Knob as my last guy with 1 HP. I almost had to go all the way back, but Nidorina got itself to level 16 and has evolved into Nidorino. We are now done with that. Now we need to be a little careful. We grab this little hidden orange berry here. This will be of use to us later. And we just need to squeeze past that guy, and oh no, I have forgotten about a trainer, and I have 4 HP on my Nidorina. I think I've goobed. Indeed, I have goobed. I lost to the oddish trainer. I almost did it. Nidorino almost pulled it out. All right, well, that's a bit of a time loss. But, you know, this one's not a speed run. This one's just nice, casual, comfy, beginner-friendly playthrough. We took a little bit of an L. You know, that's just going to happen. Not everything's perfect. How much time are we at? Oh, we're at an hour 7. Oh, we're flying. Okay, so we've got the SS ticket from Bill. So now we can head to the SS and go do that shenanigans. But we're going to want to make sure to walk back inside the Bill's house after getting the ticket, because we need to see Eevee in our Pokedex. And doing this on the PC actually will do this for us. We just have to make sure we see Eevee, can see the rest of them, and that will be relevant later. After we beat this guy, we get the Dig TM, and we're actually going to teach that to our Nidorina because we're going to use that to steamroll Lieutenant Surge, and it'll also probably help us out during the blue fight on the boat, which we do have to do. Then after we get through the underground path, we can come grab another rare candy over here. Super nice. And there's also a citrus berry over here, which can come in handy as well. All right, so we boarded the boat. We're not going to waste any time around here. We are just going to go straight over to the fight blue. See how this goes. I think it'll be fine. All right, well, that was pretty easy. Nidorino was of basically no help, so we can go up here and grab cut. And then we are done with the SS and then we go fight Lieutenant Surge. Now for everybody's worst nightmare, the gym puzzle without fighting any trainers. If we can avoid it, that would be cool. But this can prove annoying. Only trash. Come on now. Where's the button? Only trash. The game talking about me? Okay. So it's this one. Nope. Have I not checked every bucket? Oh, this one. Okay. This has 4 options. Very cool. I'm gonna try some. I've actually never tried this. Save right here. The button. Set. See if that works. Oh, look at that. Easy money. Now we move on to this fellow. All right. So Lieutenant Surge season. It's the team's first real test. By team, I mean Wartortle and Nidorina. We'll start things off with Wartortle. We'll try to do as much as we can. We have to dig again. Live the shockwave. If we miss, I think it's over. Please don't miss. Nice. Nidorina cleans it up with a decisive crit. And now it is time to move on to Rock Tunnel. Excellent stuff. We can fly when we get to Celadon now. Before heading into Rock Tunnel, make sure you grab a handful of repels because we do not want to deal with wild Pokemon in the Rock Tunnel. It's annoying enough as it is without Flash and having to deal with all the trainers. So, you know, repels just make it that much smoother. Important little note, you can pick up a rare candy right here on the way over to Rock Tunnel. You know, more rare candies, never a bad thing. And I just realized as I got here that I forgot to grab the bike, which would make this a little bit faster. All right, I think we're home free. We turn this corner, we're into some rocks. We turn this corner and we're out. All right, and the game is now on, ladies and gentlemen. We are an hour and 48 minutes into the game. Surely you can do this a lot faster, but you know what? I took my time. And now we finally get to begin all the fun stuff. Okay. Celadon City. This is it. This is the moment of truth. Except not really. We have about 1 million things to do, but this is where we are no longer playing normal Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. We have entered the glitch prep zone. First and foremost, I'm going to head out west here and cut down this tree because we need to get a Spearow. Ideally a level 22 Spearow, but I will accept a level 20 Spearow if need be. We got a little Spearow here. 22. That's ideal. The reason we want 22 is because when we trade it for a Farfetch, it will already know knockoff. I have to make sure to not knock it out. And then we just capture this guy, and then he can also be our flyer until we get Farfetch locked down. So here we go. Hopefully we grab this guy. 1, 2, 3. Easy. So we have our flyer here. This is why we took all that time to go beat Lieutenant Surge. Not that it took that long because we kind of cheesed. Now we want to avoid fighting these two because we do need them for the glitch setup later. So we're going to just head over and grab a fly. And now the game is significantly more open and easy. We love having fly. It's great. Now we can head back into Celadon. We are going to grab the tea item from this house right here so we can easily pass through Saffron. And that is always very nice. This is is one of the other things that really opens up the game. Now we are going to get our Abra. You may have noticed that we skipped catching an Abra earlier. If you're familiar with the previous route, the speedrun route, normally you would catch your Abra, but you know what? That was annoying. I didn't like doing that. So instead, we're gonna go get the coin case and we're just gonna buy our Abra right now, and then we're gonna go get him. We're gonna go get our Mr. Mime immediately. We should have enough money to afford an Abra. He's pretty cheap, and there's also a lot of coins strewn about in the center. You can grab like a nice fat hundo bomb right there. Some of these guys will give you some. Yep, this guy give me one. Yeah, he gives me 20 coins. You love that. Abra's 120 coins. Awesome. So yeah, we're just gonna grab an Abra here. Easy. You can get all the coins you need. And now that we have them, let's go hand off the tea so that we can just open this up for future use. And then we will also go grab the Psychic TM so that our Mr. Mime doesn't stink. We want him to be strong. We need to level him up to level 33. And we have plenty of trainers to do that with and a couple other things that we need to do. All right, we're heading over to our Spiro, who does not know fly yet. Let's teach him fly. Forgot to do that. Fly. Useful stuff. Look at all this animation. I've stuck a CD to his head and he learned it. Apparently, Pokemon have laser disc readers in their cranium. Interesting. All right, we'll head to Pewter City. Let's go grab Mr. Mime. We're gonna cut this bush, go to this house. Here's the guy. He's got it. He's looking for Abra. And you know what? We just bought a brand new Abra, level 7. We're trading. There he is. There's Mr. Mime. We got him. We got him in tow. Now I'm going to teach him Psychic immediately. I'm going to put him in the lead, and we are going to go back to Celadon, and we are actually going to go do the Rocket Hideout. The reason we need to do this is because Giovanni is holding Rhyhorn, and we need a Rhyhorn Dex entry coming up soon. And so we're going to use this as an opportunity to do a little bit of switch training to get Mr. Mime sort of juiced up, you know, get him up to a level where he can stand on his own. And then we're going to be using Mr. Mime for the remainder of all the stuff that we're doing up until it's time to actually activate the glitch. So here we go. Switch training Mr. Mime. Important to note that you can grab this little rare candy right here for your 5th rare candy. Super nice. All right, so I've just made it to the lift key guy, and Mimian is level 14. This is really his first chance to cook. Everybody else got smoked, but as you can see, level 14 Mr. Mime with Psychic can blast through these poison types, which makes the rest of this pretty smooth. No, we do not need double slap. I'm not sure what level I need to be to deal with Giovanni, but I'll probably just use the rare candies right then and there, just to make sure that Mimian can handle him. Okay, we're at 16. Yeah, my man is cooking. I am going to leave one rare candy for duping, though. Very important to not use all your rare candies. You want to save one because there is an item dupe involved in this. And, you know, item dupes, rare candy, about the best item you can possibly dupe. Makes life a million times easier. It's officially candy time. See if it's worth it in the end. We're only using 4, because like I said, I want to save one. Magical Leaf, why not? Might be useful. We'll get rid of Barrier for that. Magical Leaf immediately coming in handy against the people outside Giovanni's room. We try it, please? No. Do we get fainted? No. It's not looking good. All right, Mr. Mime clutched up against those two. It's just Giovanni left now. He's only at 7 HP. I stink. Goodbye, Magikarp. Okay, Giovanni round 2. Now Mimian's level 25. This should be easy. Mimian's holding it down off of a cheeky misclick from Giovanni. I'm not sure why he did that. And there's Rhyhorn, the entire reason we are here, who should drop to a Magical Leaf, no problemo. Grab the Sylph Scope. And now it's time to move on to Erica to level up Mr. Mime the remainder of the way and also get the badge so that he will listen to us when he's above level 30. We made it through Erica's gym. I think we have to pick between either one of these two. I guess we're fighting you. Okay, it's the Erica versus Mr. Mime showdown. Victory bell looking very scary, but not really because we have Psychic and it should just instantly explode. Yeah, I don't even think the crit was necessary. Mimian is a monster at this point. He didn't even worry about this. He's just gonna run through this gym, and we have acquired our 4th badge. Mimian will now listen to us above level 30, which we need. The timing was kind of perfect because now we can get him all the way up to 50 if we need him to, but we do not need to get him up to 50. We just need to get him up to 33 so that he can use Recycle. And so the last bit of that will be done at the Fighting Dojo. Oh, nice little Giga Drain. Appreciate that. And that's where we'll head next. And the pacing is really just working out like perfect here. He just hit level 33. He's learning Recycle. We need to make sure we do that. But yeah, Mimian hit the perfect level almost exactly when we needed him to. Could have even used maybe one less rare candy. Good Oko. Yep. And goodbye, Primate. Here we go. Mimian's final fight before we can actually begin prepping for the glitch. The moment you've all been waiting for. Here he is, El Karate Master Koichi sends out Hitmonlee, the Pokemon that we want, because we just need to get the dex entry for Hitmonchan. We just need it seen in the dex. It does live our Psychic Fire Punch. We've been burned. I don't think that'll be an issue though. Oh, we have no PPs left for Psychic. We'll use Side Beam. All right, Mr. Mime is ready. We're gonna go heal him up and then prepare for the final countdown. That's right, folks. It is now actually time to do some glitching. So I've plopped myself down in Viridian City, and the first thing we got to do is head into, I believe, this house and trade this girl, our Spearow, for our Farfetch'd. It is time for Chiding, for our boy Chiding, but he is level 22, and so he knows knockoff, and that's great. And since we lost Spearow and we're about to lose Nidorino, I'm actually going to teach Cut and Fly to Farfetch'd. That works out quite well. Might as well have the moves, you know? Clear? All right. Farfetch'd has been secured. Now we need to go grab the trade Nidorino. Let's try to avoid trainers if we can, because I don't like them. They are annoying. That fellow. All right. We head into this house. We go up to the second level, and this little guy right here has been dying to get a Nidorina, and he can have ours. There he is, NINO. This is our guy. We're going to be doing unspeakable things to NINO. Unfortunately, he will not be a Nidorino for much longer, but that's just the way it is. You know, that's the world we live in. Unfortunately for him, he is the ideal sacrifice in order to attain ungodly power from unexpected places. We're going to go back to Celadon now, and we are going to go purchase some stuff. We need to spend a little bit of money. Not here, not even here. We actually need to be on the 4th floor of Celadon Department Store, and we are going to buy a Pokédoll, and then we're just going to buy a bunch of retro mails because we need them. They are the source of our duplicating and glitching power. That is now out of the way. We can head down and begin the final setup. We need to go set up in front of that Rapidash dual trainer that I mentioned earlier that's on the west side of town. But before I go over there, I'm actually going to put Nidorino into the box, into a very specific box slot. And this will become clear as to why we're doing this very soon. I know I've been saying that a lot, but it really will. All right, Nidorino, you're going into this box. Now we're gonna head over to where our double battle would be, which is right over here. Chop this down. Now we need to have a very particular party setup before we go in for this. We are going to need to put a usable berry onto our starter, Mr. Cool. We're going to give him a citrus berry. And then we are going to put an item of retro mail on to Mr. Mime. We're going to give it to him, and we're just going to put Abra here as the word. Doesn't really matter what you put there, but Abra just makes the most sense. We're going to put Wartortle in as well. So this is our lineup. We have Wartortle holding a citrus berry. We have Mimian holding some mail in the first slot, and we have Chiding. We're going to actually put Chiding in the very first slot. We're going to leave Mr. Mime in the back. We're going to save because this is the critical part. We need to make sure this goes off without a hitch. If we do something wrong here, we have seriously messed up. 2 hours and 41 minutes on the clock. Taking a little longer than I'd like, but once again, this is comfy, beginner friendly, simple. You know, we're not trying a speed run. Maybe I will in the future try a speed run version of this with the new routing, but I don't think it's particularly faster. I think it's just comfier. All right, so the battle begins, and our goal is to get Wartortle to actually consume the citrus berry. So I'm going to cut into him, and then we can just water gun one of these two. It doesn't really matter which. We just need, oh god, they're targeting him. They're targeting Chiding. We need Wartortle to be low enough to where he consumes the berry. I really would rather not. You know what, I think Fly is actually safe. And then we'll water pulse the Ninetales here. Oh god, okay. Fool's confused. He hurts himself. That actually works out for us. Chiding has flown up high. We need him to not die to Fire Spin. Do I have any healing items? No, I do not. I may have goobed myself here. Still try to take out Ninetales. Quick attack has missed. Rapidash tail whipping. That's fine, that's fine. Fool's confused. He water pulses. We get rid of that Ninetales. The pesky... Oh, we did not get rid of Ninetales. Oh, that should be enough for him to eat the citrus berry. Okay, great. Now that he's eaten the citrus berry, we want to knock off into his slot. We're going to knock off our own Pokemon here, and then we're going to switch in Mr. Mime. And we want to knock off Mr. Mime's mail here. Hopefully they don't target Chiding. That would be very annoying. Okay, safeguard. That's kind of perfect. Chiding is going to knock off Mr. Mime, and it's going to say the retro mail has been knocked off. This is key. This is key right here. So now we can freely attack into the other Pokemon. I'm just going to hit cut, I guess, into the Ninetales. And then we use Recycle on Mr. Mime. And this is where the key of the glitch is, see, because he picks up the citrus berry. And when he picks up the citrus berry, that piece of mail that we named Abra and put on him enters a sort of limbo state. It's still chilling in memory, but as far as the game is concerned, we don't have any mail equipped. So we've actually created a 7th mail slot. And by creating the 7th mail slot, now we have the ability to do all kinds of shenanigans. So now we just have to finish the battle. Mimian consumes the citrus berry, but that is, I believe that's okay. I don't think that matters because the mail has been knocked off and his item got replaced. He should have no item when the battle completes because he ate the non-existent citrus berry that he cloned. So let's see if that worked. He should have no item. Mr. Mime indeed is itemless. So the ghost mail is in place. We've successfully done the beginning of the glitch, and now we need to go back to the Pokemon Center. We can heal up, and we can start doing part 2 of the glitch. Now, funnily enough, you actually need to have a full party for this portion of the glitch, and because I've caught so few Pokemon, I don't have enough Pokemon in my party to actually finish the glitch. So we're gonna buy some coins. We're gonna buy 500 coins because we have the money for it, and we're just gonna go buy 2 Abras to fill out the space in our party because we have not enough fellows. An Abra is nice and cheap, very easy. All right, let's see. All right, the party is full, perfect. So now that we've got a full party, we've successfully done the mail knocking off portion of the glitch. We are going to put retro mail onto all of our Pokemon except for one. I guess that will be Chiding. Same as before, we're just gonna put Abra onto all of these retro mails. Fastest word. Eventually we're gonna be putting specific words in here, but this just we're filling up the mail slots, right? Remember what I said? We created a ghost mail message that is eating up one of the mail slots and has now opened up us to accessing a 7th mail slot. And that 7th mail slot happens to coincide with box 3 slot 1. It's just that, you know, the memory overflows. It doesn't know where to put that extra bit of mail, and it winds up landing right where our Nidorino is sitting right now. Nidorino is sitting right here. We're gonna be messing with Nidorino's data, and we're gonna do that by basically writing mail messages that causes his PID to change. This is where things are gonna get a little serious. We're gonna open up my spreadsheet. So things have gotten a little serious. We are now inside my master plan spreadsheet, and we are going to use that as a guide for how we go about corrupting our Nidorino. You can see the steps there on screen, but we're going to walk through them piece by piece. Okay, we're going to save right here because it is time for our first mail message. All right, so to input a message, what we have to do is give another mail to our Pokemon that is not holding mail yet. And actually, this is how we will duplicate items as well. So I'm going to give Chiding a rare candy. Now, every time I try to give him mail, I'm going to get another rare candy. I'm basically going to be turning mail into rare candy. This is separate from what we're doing, but it is nice. Okay, so we're going to give the mail to Chiding. It's going to say he's holding a rare candy. We want to switch. And now we see the question marks. We are literally inside Nidorino's data right now. And as you can see, the next step in our spreadsheet right here is we are going to make his name question, Hitmonchan, question, Eevee. This is why we had to stop and get those Pokemon along the way, because they will not appear in this list here unless we've seen them. But thankfully we went and saw Hitmonchan and, ooh, where is Eevee? There it is, Eevee. We hit start. So now we have committed our first change to Nidorino. And we're gonna do all this without resetting because we don't want to reset the game until we're sure that we've done this portion correctly. So do not save again until I tell you everything has been done correctly. So we go into our boxes. We can see here that NINO is now a Kadabra. I had it down as Arbok, but I didn't put double kick in the first move slot. That doesn't super matter. Okay, so we have a Kadabra here. What we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna give him a Pokédoll. That's why we bought one. We're gonna go to move items. We're going to go to the bag. We can delete that later. It's just a glitch item. It doesn't really do anything. We're going to give him the Pokédoll. Sweet. He's got it. I'm going to throw away that glitch item because I don't too much care for having random glitch items that I don't know what they do. And now we're going to give mail again to our Farfetch. This will dupe another rare candy. We like that. And now we're going to swap them. Now it's going to be Eevee Hitmonchan. So what this does is changes the order in which the game interprets Nidorino's data. So the first time we did this, we swapped his attacks. We swapped his attacks with his growth substructure. So the first move that he had became whatever species he was. So now we're going to switch him back by putting this Hitmonchan. So we go Eevee Hitmonchan. This returns him to his original substructure order of AEMG. See here, it's AEMG. It says it right there. When he started, this was his PID. He was AEMG. We made him GAME. That's growths, attacks, met data, and miscellaneous, and then EVs. And we're gonna swap him back over to AEMG by going to Eevee Hitmonchan. And now we should be able to open him up and he will be completely normal. The only difference is now he has Pedal Dance as a move instead of what he had before, which is super nice. We can put Pedal Dance into move slot 1, and then I put Double Kick into move slot 2 here. It doesn't really matter. We put Double Kick into move slot 2, and now he's chilling again, right? We move on to our next step. We've reached this. We've made Pedal Dance move slot 1. Now we're going to move on to this one. This is where things get a little dicey. We need to gain a couple of EVs, okay? So we're going to keep him in there, and we're going to give one more piece of mail to Chiding. It's going to pop up the menu, and now we're going to go to Magikarp Rhyhorn. See, this is why we bought the Magikarp, or before we went into Mount Moon, and this is why we fought Giovanni, so that we could see this Rhyhorn and gain access to this word here. We hit start and enter. And now he's going to change again, but his species is not going to change. G stayed in the same spot. We went from AEMG to EMAG. So now what used to be his moves is now his EVs. So we can effectively like change that substructure by gaining EVs. But his G substructure stayed in the same spot, so he's still a Nidorino. So now we need to take him. We're gonna take Nidorino, and we're gonna put we actually need Farfetch'd. I probably shouldn't have put the mail on Farfetch'd because I am gonna want to go somewhere after this. But this is all right. Now, it is very important that you do not open Nino's summary, nor should you attempt to open his moves in battle. We swapped his miscellaneous and attacks substructures. So there are likely glitch moves there that will crash the game, but he is safe as long as we don't open his summary. That will almost certainly crash the game, but we can gain EVs without doing that. So let me first get Farfetch'd into my party. I'm going to remove one of these males from this Abra because I want to be able to fly to Viridian Forest to gain my 1 HP EV. Farfetch'd back party. We can put, which is the one with no item. Let's put him right in there. It doesn't matter. We're not going to mess with his data. So we need to gain Nino here while he's in Magikarp Rhyhorn substructure order. Gain him 1 HP EV and 3 attack EVs. This is very easy. HP EVs can be gotten from Caterpie in Viridian Forest. So we're going to head over to Viridian Forest. We'll pop inside here. It's a Weedle, of course. Remember, we do not want to look at his moves. The game might explode if we look at his moves. We don't want to do that. There's a Metapod that does not give us the EVs we need. We're once again running away. We specifically need 1 Caterpie, a singular Caterpie. That's a Weedle. We're getting trolled. A singular Caterpie. Now, he's going to gain 1 HP EV from this as long as we complete the battle and gain experience. But we can't have him fight himself. So we're going to let Cool do it. Cool hasn't fought him. So as long as we never look at his moves and we never use a move and we just swap trade him, he can safely gain EVs without crashing the game. If you did accidentally crash the game, you would go back to the point where we saved. So the reason we don't save is we don't want to accidentally lock ourselves out of the game, right? That would be bad. So he's gotten his 1 HP EV. We're done here. Now we need 3 attack EVs. This we can just go back to Celadon for. I like to use the Doduos. Doduo I think is it's a pretty common spawn here. There's probably another place to get attack EVs. You can go do like Mankey or something in Viridian City. That actually might be a better move because these guys are pretty fast. I might not be able to run away from Doduo. There's a Doduo. Or I might not be able to run away from the things that are not Doduo. We want Doduo. We have to take out 3 of them. So this is Doduo number 1. Are we going to get lucky? Another Doduo? Yes. There's our Doduo number 2. I love when we go back to back on Doduos. No silly dinking around time. We just get right to business. All right, the second Doduo was in the toilet. We have flushed him. We just need 1 more. And then the moment of truth to see if we've done everything correctly. But so what we've done is to the EV spread that you would need to get Pokemon number 0351 is normally 81 HP EVs and 3 attack EVs. And Pedal Dance, conveniently, is index number 80. So, and Pedal Dance happens to also share an index number with the Pokédoll. So, by virtue of getting the Pokédoll into the item slot and then swapping the item space with move slots, we swap the substructure order and make it so what used to be a held item is now a move. And then we swap the locations, we can change the position of different pieces of data inside Nidorino. We're literally changing Nidorino's data. We still need our 3rd Doduo while I've been yapping, and we just keep getting Spearows. This is what I get. Please give me a Doduo. There we go. There we go. Okay, go back to Mr. Cool, and that's it. That's our 3rd attack EV. With that, Nino is now at 81 HP EVs and 3 attack EVs thanks to our little Pedal Dance swap. We could have also done like give him 8 HP ups to do that, but that takes I don't think it took that long. And now he's got the correct EVs, and so now it's time for our final substructure swap. We're going to put him back to his Hitmonchan EV mode, but now that will swap his EVs and species, and so when he's done, he should be my favorite little guy who activates the ace codes. So let's see if it works. We're gonna give a male to Abra, and this is just Abra. You know, we just give him male, and then we're gonna give another male to Chiding. Gonna clone us one more rare candy. It's gonna put us back in here, and we want to do Hitmonchan EV. Oh, where is it? There it is. EV. Start. We've committed the change, and now we should see a very particular guy, and that is the guy. That's the dude. So that is our ace Pokemon. We can use that to activate codes using our box names, which are conveniently hidden right over here. So we are going to run some of these codes. You can see the names over here. We've got National Dex Scene. We've got Give Celio Sapphire. We've got Give Rainbow Pass. We've got Mystic Ticket. We've got Aurora Ticket. We've got the Move Relearner and Move Deleters, which I think is nice. I can also make these free. And then we have Name Received Boxmon. You can use this to nickname any Pokemon you want. Very useful. So let's try these out. I think these are the most useful codes for someone who's just getting into glitches. This like completely unlocks everything in the game immediately upon you getting this glitch potential. So let's check it out. Now you'll notice that I have not saved the game yet, right? We have theoretically the right dude, right? We have theoretically the right glitch Pokemon, but we need to actually run a code and confirm that it's correct before we save, because we cannot go back on this, right? If we mess this up, there's no way to reverse EV gains in this game. The Palmic Berry and Kelpsie Berry and those don't reduce EVs in Fire Red and Leaf Green. So if we mess up with Nino, we're bricked. We have to start the save over again. Granted, it only takes like an hour and a half, but you know, don't count your chickens before they've hatched, even though that looks correct. And you know, as far as I know, on all English versions of the game, that's what he will look like. He will be OE. Like his name looks like a yodeling song from Norway. But we're gonna test a code. So we go to Viridian City. The code that we're testing is A, short. People will like that. It's a short code. There's another reason I named this beginner friendly, because we're typing very simple box codes in that make this old man do whatever we want. We basically can turn him into whatever NPC we want in the game. We just have to know where to tell the game to send his like responses. Like right now he says feel free to use the PC in the corner. He is so kind, right? So now we're gonna write our first code. Now this is where things can get confusing. We're gonna go slow. I don't want anybody freaking out. We're gonna move at very normal speed. Okay, first and foremost, I'm gonna move the game over because I need some more space on the screen. Realistically, this should be fine. Okay, cool. And we're gonna go over here to eShark's Fire Red and Leaf Green code generator. Now this blob of text is something that I made. I made it not too long ago with the help of I'm a Blissey, and I based it on Sleipnir's codes. So this is a good chance to give credit where credit is due to the true gamers who made all of this possible. To these gamers right here, PokeMerp and Sleipnir, decorated glitch researchers, the absolute goats. And then of course eShark, who does not have a YouTube channel, I don't believe, but eShark is the one who made this code generator, and the links will be down below. And what this does is lets us generate ace codes. It basically converts assembly or like machine code into words that we can write. Okay, no, like I said, I have to slow things down now. So before we can actually type in our first ace code, test out 0351, aka Nino, aka we have to know what version of the game we are on. And I don't just mean like Fire Red or Leaf Green, but English Fire Red and Leaf Green have two versions, 1.0 and then 1.1. Okay, we're on the Bulbapedia page here showing what the difference is. And the easiest one that you can access in game, you're gonna go to option and you're gonna make sure that your button mode is on help. Okay, and then we go up to Pokedex. We hit R, it says, how do I do this? We go to reading the Pokedex. And notice how the bottom one, which is my Leaf Green that I'm playing on an actual DS with a copy of Leaf Green inside, right? That I have a capture mod on so that I can get this. And then the other one I'm running is Fire Red 1.0 via an emulator. And as you can see, reading the Pokedex in Fire Red 1.0 says select area. My Leaf Green says select next data, which is the corrected option. So you're gonna wanna check this. And you're going to want to line this up with the table from eShark's wonderful tool that we mentioned from before, right? So we are on Leaf Green, and I know because mine says next data that I am on LG 1.1. Okay, now we need to pick our code, and I think the one that makes the most sense, the reason that a lot of people would be here is to get a ticket. So we're going to go and grab the Mystic ticket number from the table here. We're gonna hit Control C, or we're gonna right click. Oh, I googled. You're gonna select it. Make sure you get the 0x, and you're gonna hit copy. That's what Control C does. And then you're gonna paste it over this little part here that says script. We're gonna paste that in. So now the script is referencing the location of the Mystic ticket event script in LG 1.1. So the games are all slightly different because of, you know, various pieces of data that the compiler put in different places. The compiler is sort of the thing that takes the code that people wrote and turns it into something that a machine can read. Similar to kind of what this is doing, but on a much more general scale. We're gonna hit compute, and it's gonna spit out our code. And this is what we're going to type into our boxes to verify things are right. And it, you know, if you've seen some of these before, you're like, oh man, this is a short code. And you're right, it is. All of these script executing codes are very simple. You can thank Sleipnir for that. Sleipnir made a very smart decision to like go to a specific location in memory and then use an offset from that to access specifically the NPC in the room, and then just plop in the script location that he calls. He's supposed to call something. He's supposed to call one thing. We're going to change it on the fly to make him call something else. This is not permanent. It only lasts as long as you stay inside this map, which in this case is the Viridian City Pokemon Center. And we're just going to type in these codes. So box 1, go to name. It is /BU little n. That's 2 capital I's. Boom, boom. And we're going to hit a ... and a little o. That's our box 1. And we go to box 2. And we can see here that we go space, space, space. And that's a lowercase y, capital M, capital R, little n. And make sure you type that ending space. Those spaces are important. Box 3, that's where our boy is. We're going to be moving him. We're going to go space, space, H, Q, R, little n, space, space. Box 4, it's a space, a question mark, a GR, followed by a lowercase n, and then 3 spaces. This is our last one with any real content. This is A, capital G, exclamation point, lowercase q, and then 4 spaces. And then these are just alignment. So all we're doing is just putting the ... dots in the right spot. And this is just to make sure that when the game is reading this code out, everything lines up correctly. You don't get any like weird code that overlaps. And this is one of the cool things that eShark's tool, there's a burden that it lifts from us. Now, this is something that we don't have to figure out on the fly. We can just come in here, type in these little spacers as the program tells us. We're at box 9, so there should be 3 spaces, the ... dots, and then 4 spaces. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy. And we have box 10. Gonna be all spaces, and then ... lowercase o, lowercase a. And this is always gonna be here. We're never gonna have to change this again as long as we're running box codes. Then we have a ... lowercase o, all spaces, and that's it. We've entered our first code. Now, we need to put our guy into the spot that he needs to be in, and just to be sure, I'm going to double check with the GOAT PokeMerp and make sure that we do this in the right spots. We're going to go to the video here of them demonstrating the warp, right? Demonstrating the warp. And there is, as it says down here, make sure that type these exactly, including spaces. Keep box 12 and onward empty, right? We needed that. Box 12 and onward is empty. It needs to be empty, otherwise the codes won't work. And then we are going to put our fellow, where is the paste bin? So Merp's paste bin has this stuff, the FRLG PC grab ace glitch species. So this is the holy text as far as we're concerned. And okay, we can put him in box 13 slot 8. But realistically, right? So this is like, I think this is the furthest that we can go. Empty the PC after the entry point for 0351 after box 13 to be saved. So realistically, you can put him in box 13 slot 1 and you only lose box 13 and 14, right? So let us make sure. We're gonna always move this guy with the yellow hand. I move him with the yellow hand. We're gonna put him in slot 1 of box 13, and that is where he lives. So that was part 1. We don't need this emulator anymore. I can bring up the code. All right, and then we put a Pokemon next to, we need a Pokemon who isn't holding mail, so we'll do Farfetch'd. We put it next to our glitch Pokemon. We're gonna double check our box names one more time, because remember, we still have not saved. I know this took a long time, but you can do all this prep work in advance and have the code ready to type as soon as you get here. But I had to type the code, you know, like I said, comfy. It's simple. Okay, we got Bunny Ho, YMRN, small h, QR, small n, question mark, GRN, A, big G, exclamation point, little q, dots, 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 OA, O. 12 is chill. 13 is where our glitch Pokemon is. This is the moment of truth. We're going to pick up our Farfetch'd. We're going to hover over the glitch guy. We're going to swap. The game did not crash, so we place him down. And now this dude, this fellow down here should be giving us one of the event tickets. Thank you for using the mystery gift system. You must be JJ. There's a ticket here for you. Obtained the mystic ticket. And just like that, we have unlocked the mystic ticket. That's good. We can confirm that the codes are working. Once we get that ticket, that's a save. That's a save scenario. 3 hours and 33 minutes. I did a lot of skedoodling. I guarantee you could cut that in half and have this island unlocked already. So let's go grab out Farfetch'd. Homeboy is just chilling in here. You know, that guy just lives there now. He lives in box 13. Box 13 and 14, those are off limits. The game will just explode if you try to execute codes and you got mons in there. But if you keep them empty, then we can use this guy forever. So let's go mix it up in Vermilion. Let's go see what dudes are talking about. And then we can start getting real crazy. So let's just go confirm that all worked correctly. You know, I don't want to jump the gun on y'all. Let's head down here and see what Homeboy says. The ship said sail. Ooh. Oh, you know why? Because I don't even have the rainbow pass yet. I haven't even encountered Bill yet. So you know what we need to do? We need to trust that we've got the thing in our bag, right? Oh yeah, we got the mystic ticket. The mystic ticket's in the bag. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to Viridian. Now that we know everything's working, go back. So now we're gonna do our first game breaking, aka game fixing stuff, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna just give ourselves the rainbow pass. We're gonna skip jump past all the early Sevi Island stuff, and we're just gonna have the pass that lets us go to any of the islands. So to do that, we're gonna need to put in a new code, but that's really easy. We have give rainbow pass right here in our list. So we're gonna grab this from our version of choice. Remember, you have to know which version you're on. We're gonna paste that in, we're gonna hit compute. And just like that, a couple of lines change, but these codes are never longer than like 4 boxes. This is easy stuff, right? So we just go back to typing. This one changed a little bit. Now we've got /BU, little n, little g, capital G, lowercase l, lowercase o. Easy. This is no longer YMRN. This is lowercase k, capital K. Have your attention to detail glasses on, folks. Have your attention to detail glasses on. That is a lowercase k followed by a capital K. I know that's surprise. I could have missed that, even though I've been looking at English letters my entire life. Okay, here we got a 2, the classic 2, followed by, that is a capital O. In this text document, zeros will, in this generator, zeros will have a slash through them. So that's how you know the difference. They are different characters. It's a 2R, 2O, capital R, little n. That's a space. We're gonna hit that. And we've got a space, ASR, little n, space. And then we've got AGQ. That didn't change. So that's chill. So we've entered the code. Now, little best practices here. We're gonna go over to our box that has the guy in it. That's gonna be our last box. We're gonna save because we just typed in a code. We never want to save after doing the code, because what if we mess it up and our game explodes? You know what I mean? Like, you want to be able to return to before you actually did any glitchy stuff, right? So we've just saved. Now to activate another code, we just repeat the actions we did before. We grab our Pokemon, place them down next to our dude. Yellow hand, that's the select button, brings up the yellow hand. You're gonna pick up Farfetch'd, swap, drop NINO down, and Farfetch'd can come back in. Let's see if the code activated. We should get a whole diatribe about some stuff, and then we're gonna get the rainbow pass. While I was studying gemstones, I discovered something important. There's another gem that forms with the ruby. Whoa, who is this guy? Returned the tri-pass, received the rainbow pass. Extra page for the town map. Look at that. We're so juiced up. Remember what I said about all the stuff being gated behind progression, the sense of freedom that you enjoyed from the days of red and blue, when as soon as you got surf, it was time to go access missing no and get into all kinds of mischief. Now we've returned to that season of glory. Look at that. He activates the mystic ticket. We can also go to Naval Rock. Oh man. Oh, this is it. This is Pokemon right here. I know that, like, I'm privileged in that my first game was red and blue. So I have been dealing with glitches in Pokemon games forever. So to have a beloved game like Fire Red and Leaf Green that were pretty much glitch free for an extensive amount of time, for them in the year 2024, 20 years after release, to now have like complete and utter access to everything. So now we know that our Rainbow Pass works. and our Mystic ticket works. We're gonna hit a little save next to our gentleman here. And I think it's time we unlock the National Pokédex. How about that, folks? Because one of the big problems that we have with the game, of course, is that you can't do things like evolve your Golbat into a Crobat via friendship because you don't have the National Pokédex. These things are gated. No longer. We're going to copy the script. We're going to paste it here. We're going to hit compute. And look at that. We've got some minor box name changes to make sure that these get into place. It'd be nice if you could just edit these character by character, but unfortunately that isn't the world we live in. Instead, you're just gonna have to watch me type these out. That's the way it is. Bun Uglo. Don't call your mom though. Okay, KKRN, that's the same. This is now 4ORN. So you can see that like this code is barely different. Why? Because these two scripts are located very close to each other in memory. And so only a slight difference in the offset needs to happen for the game to be able to tell that this is our national dex scene instead of something else. Right? CSR. What did I put in? I did put national. Yeah. CSRN. Boop, boop, boop. And then we still got AGQ. All right, let's try this one. This one should be real fun. So we're going to hit a save because we haven't run the code yet. Save before you run the code. Run the code. Check it out. Make sure that everything went as expected. And then you're free to save again. You know, I don't want you guys bricking your games. Make sure to really check stuff out. But this is why we just opened it on a kind of a dummy game. You know, we made a brand new game. No important Pokemon are here yet. We'll do our swap, pick up, swap, drop. Game did not crash. Everything's chill so far. Let's go check with our old man. Recently, there have been sightings of many rare Pokemon species. I'm talking about Pokemon that have never been seen in Kanto. I would love to go. You're old. Gary's here. Where is he? Don't worry about him. He's somewhere. He's talking from off screen. He called on the cell phone. Took both Pokedex units. And that's done. My Pokedex has been upgraded. This is such a vibe. Look at that. We've got the National Dex. And we can double check that. All right, that guy's leaving. He's gone. We can go to Pokedex. National mode has been unlocked. Look at this. Look at this. All the cringe is gone. That's a save. And now for my final piece, we're going to do Give Celio Sapphire. This one right here sort of adds the cap on top of everything. This unlocks trading with Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and the Coliseum games, I believe. There might be a different one. I don't think so. I think this does it all. Give Celio Sapphire. So I've put in the script location for that from our table. We're gonna do this last one. And once you run this code, it's like new game plus. I'll go over all the cool things that happen as a result of running this. But this little combination that you've put yourself in really kind of changes the way Fire Red and Leaf Green works. We're gonna get some typing in, BUN. Now this one, this Giving Celio Sapphire does quite a lot of stuff. I'm gonna start to rattle off some of the things that they do while I'm typing. First of all, it unlocks the cave where Mewtwo is, which is pretty. A lot of people want Mewtwo. You know, it's a good guy. And now you could actually get him before you fight the Elite Four. But here's the twist, right? Here's the twist. You still have to go get all the badges. You can't just skip the rest of the good gym leaders. That is Koga, Sabrina, Blaine, and Giovanni. You have 4 big boss fights remaining. And then the Elite Four, guess what? The Elite Four is at their rematch form. So they are juiced. They are super juiced. So you actually being able to access the Sevi Islands, you just have the entire world open to you for you to take your team and go juice them out however you want, because you need to get up to like level 60 at least to be able to take on the Elite Four. So you know what? Go get Mewtwo, go get Zapdos, go get Articuno, go get Moltres. And by running Give Celio Sapphire, we are also releasing the Roamer. We're releasing the roaming Suicune, Entei, or Raikou, depending on who your starter pick was. We picked Squirtle. So Raikou will be the guy that's out there dinking around. Okay, so we did a save. We typed in the code. Did that all while talking. It was a free shot. That was quite a move. AGGUR YRRN 1MRN Bun 9LO. Put Farfetch down. Let's run this bad boy. And let's give Celio that Sapphire. Wink, wink. Let's give Celio that Sapphire. Is he here? I handed the Sapphire to Celio just like that. So this is the gem that forms the pair with the Ruby. Tell me I know it wasn't easy. Thank you so much. Now it's my turn to work for you. Give him some time. He's going to go beep, beep, boop with a machine off in another dimension. He linked it up. We've linked up with Lynette. He's done it. We linked up with trainers in Hoenn. The network machine is fully operational. Owe it all to me. Now, thanks to you, my dream came true. If you were the type to want to soft reset for Raikou, Entei, or Suicune to go for maybe a shiny, or if you wanted to RNG manipulate a shiny here. Now, granted, their IVs are bugged, so all of their IVs except for their HP will be 0, and attack will be like 1 to 6. But they can be shiny. You know, it's the only way to get them outside of playing Coliseum. And good luck with that. Wink, wink. So this is the last text box. If you hit A here, that releases the roamer. The roamer is now out in the world, and the cutscene is over. Now you might be wondering about this ghost machine over here. We're just gonna go outside or come back. Everything is chill. Everything is cool. I haven't saved yet because I want to confirm that like that all worked. And the way to test that is to go see if the guy is still blocking Cerulean City. That should be the final. That should be the final nail in the coffin. So we go to Cerulean Cave, and we can see. Look at that. The door is open. The door is open. So we have fully juiced the game here at this point. We now can go get Mewtwo. We can go to any of the Sevi Islands. We can go unlock Deoxys by typing in his code. Deoxys would be cool. We haven't even been to Fuchsia City yet. We haven't been to Fuchsia City, but we can go to all of the Sevi Islands, and we can go get strong Johto Pokemon. We can catch them ourselves. And this is without getting like we did not do any really crazy glitches. All we did was summon NPCs before we're supposed to be able to do that. Now you have to be careful a little bit about which island you go to here, because certain islands have scripts on them that like will activate the first time you go there. Like we didn't remove all the triggers that exist out in the world for various story events. All we did was get the end result early. So that means you will still have to do the Sevi Island quest. If you go there and you talk to them, they'll give you all the prompts and everything still, I believe. Celio, we'll see. But I've done this code before, and I've been able to do everything. So it doesn't interfere with any like actual progression stuff for the most part. I'm pretty sure I can go to Seven Island, and I could go get like a Larvitar right now, which is like, you know, I have how many badges? Here we are. We've landed. We're on Seven Island. That's very cool. We have 4 badges. We have 4 badges, and we're here at the canyon entrance. Oh god, and we died, if you can believe it. But it looks like the code worked. I can safely save the game. Clearly, the code has functioned. We made it to Seven Island. We went out and about, and we got deleted. I'm gonna save. Now for this last little bit, I actually want to test out. I want to test out the Move Maniac code, because that was a custom job by me most recently. So I'm actually gonna put Move Maniac in here. This should be a free move reminder. This should be a free move reminder because I think I grabbed the script from after he's already checked to see if you have mushrooms. So he's already said like which Pokemon do you want to choose. So let's see if that works. The unlimited move reminder would be pretty cool. That's like a modern feature. Oh, I believe that's the same name. Bun9LO it is. 1MRN, that's the same. This is so this one's close to the other script that we just ran. I think that's why I noticed it, if I do recall. We hit a TRRN, space. We hit a space, little WRN. Then we get the AGQ, that's chill. Save before I run this. And then this should just be, after I run the code, he should act like the move reminder already has been bestowed with a mushroom. Let's see. We didn't crash. It's a good sign. Let's check it out. Pokemon needs tutoring. Oh man, you know, perhaps Shading could learn Peck. It's a better move than Fury Attack. Why? Fury Attack. Look at that. Look at that. Unlimited move tutor. That guy's sweet. That guy's awesome. Anyway, I hope you thought this was cool. I hope you'll try it. It's pretty sweet. Now all that other stuff relating to like, remember there was like the spreadsheet that you may or may not have seen where there was like a bunch of stuff going on, you know, like that whole data swapping thing that seems like a really unique and cool mechanic that doesn't exist in say Emerald glitches outside of like Pomeg Berry corruption, which is very limited compared to what I was doing. Stay tuned. That's coming up. All right, I'm signing off. I'm hitting the goodbye button. Thank you to everybody. Comment down below if this shit was insane. Peace.